Hello, welcome to Microbe Files, a podcast brought to you by the Microbiological Society from the Department of Microbiology, St. Joseph's College, Autonomous, Bengaluru. You are now listening to part 2 of episode 2 with Dr. Syed Wajeed. If you haven't listened to part 1 yet, please do. Thank you.
So towards the end of my master's, as I was still, the results were not yet out. So there was an ad in the paper for a post of, quality assurance in the company. So I just went and attended the interview, and then I was selected. And they said the initial 3 months of training would happen in Nasik, GlaxoSmithKline Beecham company, and subsequently they want us to be recruited here. So they sent 5 of us, one M Pharma fellow, one B Pharma, one B Engineering, B Mechanical, B Chemical, and then myself, Masters in Microbiology. So they just wanted 5 different people for a new firm that they want to start. So I started. I went there. They had given us a sort of a flat to live in, and then 5 of us, and then we started. No, it just went on really well. They took good care of us, good food, and everything was good. And weather was also sort of pleasant. But that was my first ever away from home, because all my schooling happened in Bangalore, and even though you have gone for trips and all, it would have been like a week maximum, was that I was away from. And this is the first time that I was far away from my family. They were also a little, worried as to how am I going to be there and all of that. And then it went on. It was going on really well. And then I thought the job that initially they gave me, you might be able to relate. We had this British pharmacopoeia, Indian pharmacopoeia. So the drugs that they manufacture in India, the pharmaceutical company, the local ones, they follow sort of a standard, composition for a particular drug. And, British pharmacopoeia, they follow a particular formulations. So initially the job that they gave me was I had to compare a particular drug. What is the British formulations? What is the Indian formulation? I need to make a sort of a summary of that, and they did. So the work went on and on and on, and then because they had appointed us for research and development. So I did ask, because I somehow did not like the job, because for me, this job is something which I'm not that I was looking for. I was looking more on a research and development. I like wet lab work. As I said sometime back, I love practical oriented sort of work. So 1 month passed out, and then the second month also started. I did tell them that you have been appointed. You have appointed me for this particular job, very clear in my appointment letter. But the work that I'm being doing is this is what. Then they said, no, don't worry, don't. We are going to give it. It went that way again. 1 more month, almost sort of the end of 3 months. It continued. I did talk to them again. I said, I somehow am not liking this job, because I wanted research and development. That is something that I'm sort of looking for. Okay, and then it did not go. And then I spoke to my parents, because I was not liking. Because for me, I do anything to my best of ability when I love that job, when I'm passionate about it. Otherwise, I really can't associate myself with that sort of a job. So hence I said, no, this is the end. I don't want to continue further. Okay. But whatever I did, those 3 months have done, to my satisfaction. I gave my resignation, telling that this is not my cup of tea. I just want to sort of, head back and look for something better out there. Okay. So I just, gave my resignation there, and then they also accepted it. But they try telling that we will give you another job back in Bangalore. They were happy about whatever the work that I was doing. But by then, slowly I was thinking, I started preparing for my NET exam. When I say preparation, it was not like a solid preparation, but I know that I have to take it up. So I just thought, let me drop the application for my NET exam. So I just came back, and then applied for teaching. I thought, let me try out teaching, because teaching was there somehow in me. So I had got a little 3 months of industry experience. So let's also try to look at how teaching is going to be. So I then joined the Anand Sagar College. I think you all know about the college. Okay. So now, which is a university now, the Anand Sagar University. So I joined there, and then I started teaching there. And at the same time, I wrote my NET exam. Okay. With no full preparation, just some vague, I looked here and there, and then I just took up the exam. Okay. Um, it was again a little sort of surprise to me that I could clear the exam in the first attempt itself. Okay. Now then I started, was it like by fluke, or how did, but when I looked back, and the answer that I had written for that particular thing, I was quite confident in whatever I did right. No, but when I looked, why was it that I have cleared it, what comes back again is the tuitions that I had been taking. I was taking tuitions, biology, physics, mathematics, okay, for students till 10th standard, and also 11th and 12th. I just started then, so what helped me there was the concepts in any of a subject, that became stronger and stronger as you start teaching others, those particular concepts. So what I at the same time, I was also doing fairly well in my masters and my undergraduate as well. So all that helped, in and basically your NET, your CSR exams, they look for your concepts. They don't look for your advanced, knowledge and all of that. They questions are like, you have understood a concept, you are able to apply those concepts and get something out of it. So I realized that yes, all my tuitions that I have taken, has really helped me. So teaching is something that you need to be doing, as a student. I know little, let me teach others. When I teach others, I tend to become more and more clear of that particular concept. The more you become clear of the concept, then you can really apply that and get a meaningful outcome of that particular thing, is what I would again advise you all at the same time. And when it comes to preparation as a student that you would do, I used to put in a heart and soul into any sort of a preparation, be it a presentation. If teachers say you have a presentation to be done, I need to really well prepare. I have content, I have a slide, I used to write down what should I present for that particular slide. I used to do that. And as I also said, I used to walk through Lal Bagh and all. I used to keep blabbering all through Lal Bagh, from one gate to that of the another gate. I used to stand in front of a mirror, and I used to sort of rehearse, what should be the content, how should I do, what should be the format of my presentation. So a lot of preparation used to go in. And then later when I used to present, a lot of appreciation did came from my seniors, that I'm very clear in what I have a good whatever voice that point of time, to present. And also that also keep motivating so always also learn appreciating others at the same time. When they do something nice, when they do something good, that motivates them. You need, one is like self confidence that you all need to have in you. You need to be confident about what you're doing is right, and at the same time you self drive yourself, self motivate yourself, push yourself. And at the same time, look around people whom you are, your family, your friends, keep talking to them about every little thing that you do. They also are there with you in the journey, and they keep acknowledging the way you have grown up and all of that. That matters a lot. The inner drive is first, that has to come from your side. The second thing is the external, the friend circle, the family circle that you have built around you, who keeps pushing you. That is something that keeps you going. What I also used to do for my presentation, okay, as I said, I used to teach students. Towards the end, I used to bother them a little, just be there 10 minutes more. I have a presentation to do tomorrow. Can I present that to all of you? I know you might not be able to follow that up, what I'm presenting to you, but I just want a flow. If it's going fine, I used to torture them in a way towards the end, that 10 minutes I would talk to you what I have to be presenting. So I used to even present before them. I used to present before my parents sometimes, even though they don't follow what I'm talking to them. That used to be sort of an approach that I used to do, and which fairly helped me in, as I said, that I did it. So something I used to be very determined when I take up any sort of a task. That did help me. At the same time, as I said, personal thing, I used to look at life fullest. I have my teaching, yes, I have my tuitions. I also used to go out with friends. Every year we used to have some sort of 1 day trips to some place. All juniors, seniors together, we used to go and enjoy and come back. It was required. Sometimes teachers also used to accompany us with all permission from parents, from the college and all. We used to go there, and a lot of bonding develops within the friend circle and all. And we used to have regular presentation in front of both seniors and juniors. That was the practice. I, as a junior, would present a journal article in front of my other seniors, and then also with all the teachers being present. That used to also put you a lot of sort of a pressure on you, a positive pressure, where you used to really prepare so well that because you want everyone to appreciate what you have done. You want, because more than appreciation, you want to say, like, there shouldn't be any sort of where someone asks me a question, I should have an answer to that particular question. So preparation used to go on that way. So all those sort of things really helped us a lot. Okay. And at the same time, I my friends used to say that I look a little whatever good, I have a good style and all. So they pushed me also, why don't you do also a little modeling? So I did take up some modeling assignments also at that point of time, during my masters, and did some sort of a ram show, some advertisement that point of time. And I did not explore a little more of the modeling that point of time. The reason is I was a little more academic, and not only academic, I didn't have options to experiment that point of time, because as I said, I was a little self-dependent. The field and modeling and all is not very sort of a stable. You might get some assignments now, and later you might be jobless. So I want to establish the other side, which I'm really good at. I know I've got a rank, and then I cleared my net exam. So there is something that I need to hook on to that particular thing. God also has some sort of a plan that I should be in teaching. That's the reason why I could clear the net in the first attempt. So all those directed me that I should work a little more towards getting a better teacher. Okay, I stopped tuitions then because I started getting salary. So I said, let's not be sort of greedy, because I need to now totally uh, divert my full focus on I should do justice, because when I'm teaching, that means I should put my heart and soul in what I do. So then I stopped taking tuitions then, because I had teaching, and then I should slowly also get into research is what I had in mind. So I was there. And I should also give a lot of regards to the Anand Sagar College. I started teaching masters earlier. So I was teaching masters microbiology. I was teaching also a few classes for masters biotechnology. And I did not start my teaching career with teaching undergraduates back then. Okay, it was straight from masters program. Okay, and also what I just want to tell you is life is not what would give you what you want. Okay, sometimes you need to be prepared to take up what you want in life. The subject that I was interested at point of time to teach was immunology, medical microbiology. That's something used to attract me. As I said, medicine is something that I just wanted to do also back then. Then when I joined Anand Sagar College, the job that was there available, a teacher had left that place, and I had to teach papers like a general microbiology, microbial physiology, then genetics, molecular biology, genetic engineering. That is something that they asked me to teach. So then I said, life offer a lot of challenges to you, so you can't be choosy at times. So I said, why not take up what has been assigned to me? So I started learning those things, because one thing, after masters, you think you have learned so much, but again, as a teacher, when you go back and when you start teaching, you need to unlearn a lot of things, because your way how you have learned as a student would totally differ from how you as a teacher when you go and teach. Totally, it's a different thing. So you need to unlearn a lot, and then relearn again, and then you need to go for. So always be prepared to unlearn, relearn, and then go back to the students. Okay, and then it did well. A lot of experiments were new, which we might have not studied in a master. The syllabus got sort of revised when I got into teaching. Then new experiments were there which we had not done it in our masters. So college was very good, very friendly. They allowed us to learn things and then go to the students. So we used to spend a lot of time in ordering a lot of chemicals, a lot of kits, learn those experiments first, see if you're getting results or not, and then, move to the lab environment where we can teach students and all of that. Okay. And then that was also a new college which had started. Then there I started an association of microbiology there. Okay. And then I was the first coordinator also for that association as teacher coordinator. For the last 3 years, I continued coordinating, conducting a lot of, seminars, workshop, intercollegiate competitions. Okay. So I got involved not only like in teaching, also trying to, groom students for them to take part in a lot of such activities and all. It did help a lot for me also to get a lot of collaborate with people and all. It just went on, and then one fine day, what happened was, like, there was an opening at St. Joseph's College. I was not very happy to move into St. Joseph's College that point of time, because I already had a sort of a stable job in hand. 3 years I was working, students were happy, management was happy, I was happy. Okay, what I was doing there. So I never had a thought of going. I thought, let's give a try. Just it's always good to know what's happening outside. What are the expectations in the outside world. So I just applied to St. Joseph's College, and then I was called for the interview, and then to my luck, I was selected. But I was not 100% sure that I should be joining St. Joseph's College then, because, as I said, I was very because I don't look too much out side when I'm already happy and content. Money is not everything for me, at least. Okay, for me, job satisfaction matters. I was satisfied, students were happy, and all that was going well. So, but once when I said it to my former teachers, then also my other one senior lady was there in the Anand Sagar College, and I just said that I just applied there, I've gotten, but I'm not very keen of joining there because I'm quite happy at Anand Sagar College. And then they said, I know you're happy here, but at the same time, St. Joseph's is a little different college altogether, and you get a lot of freedom there, a lot of flexibility. I know you can grow much more better than what growth we see of yours here. So then a lot of push was there. At the same time, our Father Ambrose, who had selected me, was also like, he did call me telling that, because I had still not accepted the offer. So he did call me, and then later, I did meet him. I took some 2 days time to finalize whether should I join St. Joseph's College or not. And with all final, contemplation, getting the feedback from lot others that it's going to be a good college, because I had to restart at a new place and all of that. But Father Principal who had appointed me was very supportive. He said, "Don't worry, just take up this, and all support is going to be extended." So I just took up that particular job back then, and then you see me that I'm there from 2003 till date. For me, when I like a place, when I obviously give my 100% to what I take it up, never I look for something different once I am at a particular place. So the last so many years, I've never looked at any other college other than St. Joseph's College, because again, the growth that you see there. Okay. So the year that I joined, 2003, in St. Joseph's College, yes, I was appointed as a lecturer then, and it started again. Now I was taken in place of a teacher. So the papers that I have to teach there is what was being taught by that particular teacher. So multiple papers that I had to teach there. I started teaching with undergraduate students, postgraduate students. I was taking classes for first years, second years, final year undergrads, plus UG, PG first year, second year, because it was not one whole paper we used to teach that point of time. It was mixture of all the papers. So I have started teaching from general microbiology to microbial physiology to industrial microbiology to food microbiology to microbial, genetics, then molecular biology, and then RDT technology. So a lot of those, it was quite a thing. And then also the department had requested me to become vice president of microcosm. Now you have the association association microcosm, a lot of activities that you are doing. So they asked me, there was a president, one former teacher was there who was the president of that. So initially for this association of microbiology department, teachers used to be the president and the vice president, and the other members, general secretary and all, used to be the students. Okay. And little later, recently, some might be around some 10 years back, we said, let teachers be the coordinators and students be the president and the vice president. So I took it up as the vice president for that year. And next year they said, I need to take it up as president of that association. So a lot of activities we used to do it, and we used to conduct activities not during the college days. In the evenings, we used to conduct on Saturday afternoons and Sundays, and we used to get a huge number of students. Now those days we didn't have this credit and all of that. Students used to not go after credit. If I do this work, I would get. They used to, voluntarily come on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and so much involvement used to be there, because this is something that students would enjoy doing all of these association activities. I got good support from all the students and all of that. We did got a lot of active work. I was president for almost 4 years after that. So I was vice president for 1 year and 4 years as president for microcosm, almost 5 years. I had also directed certain plays related to microbiology, because how to reach out to people, microbiology. So I used to have done a play on microdarbar, interaction of microorganisms, okay, with antibiotics. That was one play that I had done. Then a play on HIV, okay, as to how the immune cells interact with the HIV. There's a play which I had done it. And then also a fashion show, microorganisms, how they can walk on the ramp, okay, dressing themselves as microorganisms. So a lot of some unique things happen that point of time during my presidentship, and a lot of intercollegiate competitions, seminars and all that, which was good for a teacher to develop a rapport between the students and all, for them to unlearn a lot of things, okay. And at the same time, I also had decided that I should start with my PhD, and then 2007 I started working towards my PhD. Father principal then was very supportive. He used to push, and I also got involved in a lot of college related activities. I was appointed as academic coordinator for the college, class mentor, gradual growth where I became welfare officer. Then as I was completing my PhD somewhere in the year 2013, they asked me to take up the headship of the department, head of the department. Then I was introduced to IQAC. Then the same year they asked me to take up as the director of IQAC. Okay? And then the structuring of the CBCS. A lot of things came one after the another. All these comes to you when you know that you have taken up the assignments well, you have executed them well. When people have seen the results of those is when you start getting all of these applauds, your positions, everything. Okay. Then as a teacher, I also started taking classes, a lot of HRD on leadership, on time management, on motivation, decision making, career guidance, and all of those. Okay, so I'm still a part of those Igniters program and all of that. Now, all this happens to any one of us is when you're passionate about what you want to do it clear, and you don't sort of run away from situations, and you need to be there and give your best, whatever, whether people like it or not like it, whether they appreciate it or not appreciate it. But you need to have a sort of a program for you to do it clear. And when I look back, so much I might have done, but what has it made me? It has made me grow. Today when I see myself, I feel that yes, I'm confident I can do any sort of a job. Okay, not only sort of a teaching, administration, manage a lot of events, that manage a lot of experiment, whatever. Being experimental in life is something that again you need to be doing. Okay, so you don't have to run after money, you don't have to run after positions. They automatically would follow you. The money would come, the positions would come. But what is very important is you need to be very humble, simple in your sort of approach. You need to just be yourself. as I said, you need to be confident and you need to be ready to take up, sort of any of the challenges. Okay. So what I just want to advise, I'm not a person to advise, but rather, through the journey, what I just have learned that, don't get into any sort of a rat race, be you and yourself. Okay. Be humble, be sensitive, hardworking, yes, focused, very, very important, determined, yes, you need to be, and be unique in what you want. You don't have to imitate others. Okay. You don't have to idealize. Getting inspired is a different thing altogether, but doing what they are doing is not something. You need to understand what are you. Okay. You have all the potentials for you to achieve what you want in life. So you need to understand those. What are your strengths? How can you strengthen them? What are your weaknesses that I need to be working on? Lot of opportunities that you see around you. How should I tap those opportunities? And at the same time, be aware of the competitive world around you. Okay. Don't get into the competition, but be aware of the competition around you, and you just try to work on the same thing. Okay. So the success would automatically come to you. For me as a person, if I measure success, what is that I do? I have done something and I'm very happy about it. I'm satisfied in what I have done. I've been telling to students, today a student comes and tells me that you are not up to the mark as a teacher, you have failed in being a teacher, that would be my last day in teaching. I'm not going to do something what people might have not liked me doing it. Clear? So for me, when I go and do something, the satisfaction that I get it is a success. I'm not waiting for someone to applaud, someone to say that you have done an excellent job. First thing comes is your self-satisfaction. If you are satisfied, that means everything that comes your way. Okay. I also write small little couplets for the students. Okay. Where time is something that I always respect. I do a lot of things at the moment also, my teaching, then also term paper students, then MSc dissertation, plus CBCS coordinating, then IQAC director. A lot of activities I'll have to do as an IQAC coordinator. Again, question the time. You just need to look at it and see how well can you manage all your time. And on this time management, okay, I normally tell students, I also tell students like not to get into a rat race. So in Hindi, there's a sort of shari that they say, like, वक्त है कि रुकता नहीं, तेज करो अपनी रफ्तार. वक्त है कि रुकता नहीं, तेज करो अपनी रफ्तार, गुम ना हो दुनिया की चमक में कि हो जाओ बेकार. Okay, this is just to tell you that life doesn't stop for anyone. You need to keep a tab of the time, and then you need to work. Don't get caught in all this sort of worldly, all this glitter and all of that, a lot of fame and all of that. Just be sort of simple and honest, and God is there, lot to offer to you, is what I just say. And I also keep telling students that life ahead is not going to be smooth sailing, but you need to work hard. I just say it in a sort of a shari that रास्ते हैं कठिन बड़े, रास्ते हैं कठिन बड़े, मगर चलना तो पड़ेगा ही. रास्ते हैं कठिन बड़े, मगर चलना तो पड़ेगा ही, मिलेंगे फल कठिनाइयों के, जिसे चखना तो पड़ेगा ही. So this is all that I just wanted to share from my side to all of you, dear students. So I just want you all to wish the best and succeed in all the endeavors that you take it up. So thank you all and wish you all the best.
Your journey is indeed very inspiring, sir. Listening about all your hurdles and how you overcame all of them was really very motivational for us. I have some few questions for you. So,
Yes.
what do you do after a stressful day to unwind?
Okay. This is something that I do. The day that I head back from college, the first thing that I do is just head to the washroom, wash yourself up. That is a main thing. I feel the face, just a little soap, apply your hands, your feet, come sit on the sofa, relax for a while, do something that you like. I might like watching some TV, turn on the television. I like listening to music. I listen to the music. Spend some time with yourself. That's something that you need to do. I just don't get up from the sofa for a little while, at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay. Don't move from there. That would sort of re-energize you. And then look back what more has to be done. Clear? I have family back home. Again, just attain to them, their requirement, because you need to interact with them and all of that, and then do what you want. As I also belong to a sort of a joint family, we stay all together, and then my sisters live with us in a separate house there. What I normally do is, because you say that you need to have a good connection. Post dinner, I just go there, sit, talk, chat with her, have a cup of sort of lime tea with them together, and then come back. They also keep looking for me, that I have not come and spoken to them. They also do anything that I have, that I need to burst it out and all. Yes, you have some sort of a support system to the family, internal, my kids, then my sister. So that is something that I do to stress or de-stress myself. Do something that you like, and then yes, connect with the family, and then get back to your routine again. Yeah, that is something that I normally do it. Yes.
Sir, is reading one of your hobbies? And if yes, any particular book that has inspired you?
Okay. Reading, as there is a requirement, I do it, because as I told my journey, time wasn't there for me where I can sit and really do it. Reading, yes, textbooks is what I used to read, reading related to what I want. I just need to impart some sort of a knowledge. I read. I have to take sessions on a particular topic like motivation or leadership and all. Then I go back and read those sort of books. Okay. And when I used to start taking HRD classes and all, I used to sort of read books there. So all that reading happens on a base of a requirement there, and then now I'm into IQAC and all. I need to read a lot about the higher education and all of that. So it was need based. And as I was also, looking for the time around, yes, I used to get a very little time to just, as novels and all. No, I've not really read any of such things, but based on my requirement, what is required is what I used to read at that point of time. Yeah. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari is one of the books that I really adore, which I have really read. Again, I said those I used to read it for the HRD classes and all. I read those books. I try to look at what they say. I look at certain videos. I look at certain, public figures and all, their journey, and then I have my own personal experience that I've gone through. All that put together is what I create some sort of an activity for the students and all. And then when I take those sort of sessions for them to reflect on this thing. So that is how that I've taken my life ahead here. Yes, you.
The last question, sir. What is the next big thing in microbiology according to you?
The next big thing for me as a person that I just want to do it, yes, because I'm a little caught in a lot of administrative work, IQAC related work and all. It is required again for the overall college for it to sort of develop now that we are becoming a university. The personal front, I'm just guiding students for term paper, dissertation. Okay, but at the same time, the next thing that I just want to do is write a lot of and if not a lot, at least get starting. I did get a minor project for research sometime back, but I need to really gather all my sort of expertise, experience, and then write research proposals, carry out some good meaningful research work, okay, which can help even society or at large the industry and all of that. So writing project proposals, guiding students for PhD, and also be with the students in their journey as and when there is sort of any sort of help that they needed from my side. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So here we come to an end of our today's episode. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and sharing your journey with us, sir. It was very exciting and motivational for our listeners. So we will be back soon with another interesting episodes. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Yogita, and thank you all others for giving this opportunity, and all the best for the Microbiological Society and the team. Thank you.